bless you, bud. It's the train. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Anna, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about the monster at Elizabeth Lake. It's kind of crazy, so let's get into it. My dog is here, so just in case, you see a little head popping up, that's his little head. All right, so this story is kind of insane. This lake is located pretty close to me. So it's located Lancaster, Palmdale area, which is in Los Angeles County. And I actually used to live out by Lancaster, but I've never actually been to the lake. Maybe this will encourage me to go take a look at it. But the story has got so many twists and turns. And honestly, I don't know how much I believe it. But I'm just gonna tell you guys a story. You be the judge of it for yourself. Let me know what you think about it. So this lake is called Elizabeth Lake, and people that lived near it or knew about it, thought there was a monster living in there. So they thought the lake itself was created by the devil, okay? And that the lake was a place where he kept his pets. Supposedly there's like this passageway at the bottom of the lake that leads directly to hell, which is terrifying, really, really scary. I've got like a little thing of notes here, just so you know, because the story it's insane. Like I have no way I could remember everything. So this monster, creature, devil's pet, whatever you want to call it, was seen around the 1830s all the way up to like the 1880s. And the way they describe it is to have the neck of a giraffe, the face of a bulldog, 6 legs, huge 50-foot bat wings, and smelled like death. I can't even picture that in my brain. I don't even think I could try to draw it, but that's crazy. That just sounds like some creature directly coming from the underground. So the land surrounding the lake is kind of like farmlandy, kind of place where you would have a ranch typically, which is what a lot of people that did live there did. They went there to have a ranch, to raise livestock, etc. The people that ultimately ended up living there experienced like the craziest things. They said like at night they would hear screaming and screeches, like animal noises. They experienced a lot of like disappearance of their animals. Apparently like the creature, the monster, would steal their animals or eat their animals, I'm not sure. And also like they would have sightings of it literally flying overhead, like just flying over the ranches and that land. There were Spaniards around the area at the time, and they called it Laguna del Diablo, which basically translates into the Devil's Lake, like the Lake of the Devil. So let's get into the first person that resided near this lake. So the first person that resided near the lake was a Spaniard, and his name was Don Pedro Carrillo. He went there to have a ranch, and he immediately started experiencing these things. So what happened to him was there was a mysterious fire in the 1830s that wiped out all the land that was around the lake. So ultimately he ended up having to leave because there was nothing for him to stay for. He had no land. The next people that went into the area was in the 1850s. They were American settlers, and they wanted to build a ranch, start building land there, and they experienced the exact same things. And they actually left much quicker. Like they abandoned their ranch, like no question about it. They were terrified and they fled. So this is crazy. Just like more and more people, different people, like the American settlers have nothing to do with the Spaniards, but they experienced the exact same things and were terrified of it. And after the American settlers came, 2 people by the names of Don Chico Lopez and Don Chico Vasquez came in, and their idea was to build a ranch. And they were there, they started their ranch, they were there for several months before anything happened. But ultimately it did happen. They started experiencing the screams, the visions, the disappearance of their animals. They lost a lot of employees because people didn't want to be working near this lake, near this monster. And ultimately they ended up selling their land and also fleeing, which makes no sense, right? This is perfectly good land, perfectly good ranching territory. Multiple people have had the same idea to build a ranch there, but all of them have left for the same reason, and they have no correlation with each other whatsoever, right? And the last person to move into the area was a guy by the name of Miguel Leones. And I'm not sure if he knew about it, but he was kind of like this like dictator is what he was known as. He owned a lot of land throughout Southern California, and he had like no intentions of leaving whatsoever. And he started experiencing all of the same things a couple months after moving there as well. But for him, he wasn't scared off easily. He was kind of crazy, and he decided that he was gonna fight this thing. So he would stay up, throughout the night with a rifle, ready to, I guess, kill this thing. But one night he stayed up late and waited for it to fly over the ranch, and he shot it multiple times. And he said that the bullets literally just bounced off its skin. Like his skin was like tough, and the bullets just bounced right off, which, okay. I can't explain that. That's terrifying. But he also said that during this like altercation, the monster came close enough to him where he was able to hit it with his rifle multiple times and scared it enough for it to flee. Like it went right back into the lake and supposedly then fled to Arizona. You'd think that would be the end of it, right? Like this monster leaves. Well, apparently for Elizabeth Lake, it is. They said that after that, there wasn't really much activity there. There wasn't like many reports of the monster after that. But the story actually continues in Arizona, specifically Tombstone, Arizona. And they saw what they said was the same monster, okay? But these people didn't call it, the monster of Elizabeth Lake, because they didn't know about this monster, terrorizing the people that living around Elizabeth Lake. They actually named it Tombstone Thunderbird is what they called it. And again, ranchers and people that lived in that area saw this creature and they wanted to kill it, I guess. They weren't afraid of it. They wanted it dead. So they shot it, and they said that in 1890, they actually killed it. They killed the bird, and there is reportedly a picture that was taken of the ranchers with the creature, and I'll insert it here. But these pictures are not the real picture. So in the 1890s, when the picture was taken, it was put in a newspaper. The newspaper was called Tombstone Epitaph. But shortly after, it disappeared. Like, no one can find the picture. It doesn't exist anymore. It was such a long time ago, but the photos that I showed you are photos of it being like recreated. And yeah, I mean, it sounds insane. I don't know what I believe or what I don't believe. Let me know. Leave it in the comments what you do. I think it's really crazy, and I don't think that it could be all coincidence that all of these different people saw it. Let me know if you think it's a pterodactyl. Let me know if you think it's a monster that really does belong to the devil. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. If you're from Lancaster, I'd love to know if you've ever been there, what you think about the lake. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.